It's Jess the Ska Kid! And a night of the round table.
As always, this guy, Kid Points.
So it's Tuesday night. This week, we have not the calendar in front of us. Yes, we do. I'll figure that out in just a second. But tonight we release April, May, June's dates. So if you've been anxiously waiting, anticipating, and wanting to get on the show...
Impatiently.
We have April, May, and June, which will be posted this evening, but we're going to go through the dates for you. As well as this morning, I received a friend request and a message from somebody. Danny Lloyd, who is in Hybrid Kid, messaged me. He's from Brighton, which is in the UK, and he says that their album has just been uploaded to Spotify, iTunes, etc., and they have some really fantastic songs. Their recent single, which we'll play, called David Lean, has gotten airplay on over 20 stations, and they're hoping that that we like, you guys like, what they've sent us. So you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's Hybrid Kid, or on Instagram, Hybrid Kid UK, and on Twitter, Hybrid Kid UK. They're on YouTube and now on Spotify. We will play what it is that they sent us. Just a little background, it says that Hybrid Kid are a three-piece indie rock band inspired by the collective history of British music and their traditional 3-minute song formula, as if Pavement and David Bowie met the Stooges in MC5 and a seaside town like Brighton. They've been playing for a number of years in various guises and places, including the US, where the band was based for a prolonged stint. Now back on home soil, appearances on Brighton's latest TV, The Roadie, airplay on XFM, radio, Reverb, and many college stations worldwide slowly built them an underground cult following. The enthusiasm and energy of Hybrid Kid is an extension of 3 wayward personalities. Danny, Tim, and Mad Eye bring a dynamic and experimental edge to the band's rock and roll travelers. So, we will play Hybrid Kid all the way from across the pond for you this evening. And Thursday night is viewer's choice. So please, if you watch, pay attention, or anything, or you have music that you feel someone should know about, you have the archives of something way back when in the day, send us music. Feel free to shoot a message to either jesstheskaKid@gmail.com. It should appear here. jesstheskaKid@gmail.com. jesstheskaKid@gmail.com. Or you can shoot a message to the actual page. I've been getting a lot of personal messages recently. I'm too animated for this camera.
Get the damn table.
Yep. So I have been receiving lots of personal messages. I'm redirecting everybody. All music things go to Jess the Ska Kid, the page. Okay, the page. If it says Jess, my name, with parentheses, the Ska Kid, don't send a message there.
Not the right way.
Because I will just send you to the page. I want to direct all of my music to one spot. That way I'm not bouncing all over multiple different mediums trying to find all sorts of messages, because that's the thing. Anyway, before we release April, May, June's dates, we have Hybrid Kid from Brighton, UK. This is David Lean. You heard it here first.
I love music from not here.
Having to reach that far is pretty neat, I have to say. Tuck into a good lemon water and listen.
Saw David Lean this morning in the dawn. The sky above was frozen, shielding the wall. Stay here for an hour and lay on my bed and wait it out. Gonna make you see when they're broken. It's off the scale. The parachute won't open. We're in a world. And your profile and silhouette fades like a flower. Bet you can't answer that with a word. We're chasing our debts. Stay here for an hour. Lay on my bed. The daylight beckons. Sail up before. It takes just a second to walk out the door. Daylight beckons. Sail up before. Takes just a second to walk out the door.
That was Hybrid Kid, David Lean. So you can, again, find them hybridkid.com, facebook.com/hybridkid, instagram.com, hybridkiduk, and twitter.com, hybridkid5. So, from Brighton, Hybrid Kid, I hope you enjoyed that. It's pretty good. It makes me very much think of Matchbox 20, Goo Goo Dolls, that sort of thing. Wallflowers. So, are we ready? Are you ready for the April, May, and June dates?
Calendars. Hold on.
I'm bugging Kid.
Here we go.
I bet you I can still make it wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Well, you'd have to really hit the table hard.
Yeah, let's not ever underestimate anything. This week, Thursday, the 27th, it will be Jess the Ska Kid and the Knights of the Round Table Viewer's Choice. So we hope that you, the viewers, submit some things to us, Jess the Ska Kid at gmail.com, or on the page, Jess the Ska Kid, your favorite song, your favorite up-and-coming band, some obscure shit that you think would fit well on the show. Send that. Then, March 5th, we have Ed Chapman. Then, Publicity Stunt. Then we have Murder Generation. I apologize. Oh, Man Random ends March. April. Currently booking. April 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. In May. In May, we're currently booking the 7th, the 21st, and the 28th. In June, the 18th and 25th are available. I will have those dates posted for you on the page. We also are booking at Union Park Tavern. So if those dates fill up, or you are on tour and you're planning farther ahead and you're like, hey, I have things that I want to do, we have all year posted for Union Park. That is a paid gig. It's from 9 to midnight Central Time in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You do have to show up and play and stay for everybody, or you don't get paid. And we record them now, not live, but as a special edition, which will be released on Facebook after, so
if
folks
you actually
can watch.
want to see it, you have to come see it.
You have to come. And also, this time around, we're asking bands to bring people. You have to help with promotion. You need to bring your friends. Where the fuck is your friends, brah? You can at least bring one person that you know, in my opinion. So, we love you too, Thomas. Can't wait to see you in July. So, and he's helping with these guys on tour. Help us book a tour that met because of this tour. Anyway, Matt, who's also in this band, is coming back in June with his other band. The two bands that are so far booked for June are Jerk and Off Key. So we have April, May, and June again. That would be April 2nd, 9, 16, 23, 30. May 7, 21, 28. June 18, 25. Okay? Also, upcoming shows. Josie Plays the Port in March. These guys got a show, it's Scraps, right? On the 18th of April at SOS. May 2nd at the Port.
Wait, what day is that?
A Saturday?
Oh, yes. That is correct.
May 2nd is the Reanimation Resurrection Art Music event at the Port. May 15, 16, and 17 in Minnesota is the Zirkle Pit. We're planning on going to that. It is a camping event, and on the Sunday, they serve pancakes, punk rock, and pancake breakfast. How awesome is that? So the lineup looks pretty cool. Mr. Meaner is playing, which I think is really awesome. So, and then in June, on the 13th and 14th, is Supernova Ska Fest. July 25th through August something, yet to be determined, is Punk Fest. And on the 8th of August, downtown, the Sierra Club will be having a Rock the Vote event that I guess we're helping with. So I guess I should actually message people back. Sorry, I've been really bad about that. I'm tired. We moved, and I'm settling into life. So thank you for being patient. Guess what, Kiff?
Hey, yeah.
You get to...
You get to tune into a live video to watch someone read.
People do books on tape. It's like the same thing. Only they get to watch the person reading it. Speaking of reading, while we bring this up, I don't know if any of you all have read Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, but if you have not, I suggest reading this book. I stayed away from it in high school, which at that time was a required read. However, there was like a whole list of things you could select to read. And I was like, man, it's way too like symbolic, and there's way too much figurative language. It's too much of an intense book to write about. I don't want to get that heady. It's a very fucking deep book. Even as an adult in my 30s, I'm like, I don't even know. I would have burned and smashed all of the states if I read this as a little kid. So, sometimes important literature is something that you need to go back and read. So, go read that. It's fictional, but holy shit, is it not too fictional. Anyway, on this day, go ahead. Read, Kev, read!
I'm about to. February 25th, which is today. Happy birthday to Ida Cox, 1896. Ralph Stanley, 1927. Tommy Newsom, 1929. George Harrison, 1943. Elkie Brooks, 1945. John Doe of X, which are still touring, by the way.
Aren't they just recently on tour?
Yes. Stuart Wood of the Bay City Rollers, 1957. Mike Peters, The Alarm, 1959. Daniel Powter, 1971. Oh boy, chart news. It's always my favorite one, because it's usually the very first one I don't give absolute zero fucks about. And it's right! 1956, Elvis Presley at number 1 on the U.S. Billboard Country and Western chart with I Forgot to Remember to Forget. I forgot to remember that I didn't give a shit about it. Okay, 1961, Bobby V at number 1 in Australia with Rubber Ball. 1965, The Seekers at number 1 on the UK singles chart with I'll Never Find Another You. 1980, Queen at number 1 in Australia with Crazy Little Thing Called Love. 1984, The Thompson Twins at number 1 on the UK album chart with Into the Gap. Alright.
It happens on a Saturday night if you're lucky. Her teeth are her legs. What? Sorry.
Or both. If they're...
It's called flossing. Just,
Yeah.
you know.
1984 again, Jump by Van Halen at number 1 on the US singles chart. 1989, Simple Minds at number 1 on the UK singles chart with Belfast Child. 1995, Madonna at number 1 on the US singles chart with Take a Bow. 1996, The Blue Tones at number 1 in the UK album charts with their album Expecting to Fly. Oh, what? Okay. 2006, sing-alongs and lullabies for the film Curious George by Jack Johnson and Friends at number 1 on the US album chart. Cool. Oh boy, here we go. 2007, Fall Out Boy at number 1 in the US album chart with Infinity on High. Because, yeah. Okay. 2007, Kaiser Chiefs at number 1 on the UK chart with Ruby. 2010, DJ Fresh featuring Rita Ora at number 1 in the UK chart with Hot Right Now. Anyone remember that shit? I don't. 2012, Kelly Clarkson at number 1 in the UK chart with Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You.
Wasn't that last week too?
I think so. Or not that long ago. Gig news. 1967, Pink Floyd appeared at the Ricky Tick Club, Hounslow, England. 1972, Led Zeppelin appeared at the Western Springs Stadium, Auckland, New Zealand. 1973, Mott the Hoople, supported by the sensational Alex Harvey Band, played Newcastle City Hall. 1983, Def Leppard played Newcastle Mayfair. Oh boy, here's another one that everyone should care about. Oh man, 1985, U2 played at the Dallas Reunion Arena in Texas. 1995, at a private party for 1,200 select guests on the closing night of the Frank Sinatra Desert Classic Golf Tournament. Ooh, Frank Sinatra sang before a live audience for the very last time. His closing song was "The Best Is Yet to Come."
Death.
And that is all for today on this day.
We got dates. After this video is posted, we'll drop the dates so that you can see them. And hope to book you soon. Also on Thursday, Viewer's Choice, send your shit in. However, I've been listening to a few different things on Spotify, and I have decided that if we don't come up with anything, that some of these bands that are popping out to me will be something that we play. For one, Chewing on Tinfoil. They're a pretty good fucking band, and that name just kind of gets you a little bit. The Insiders, spelled with a Y, are like hardcore, like ska-core. They're like really good punk with horns. So, anyways, my friends, or the Warsaw Poland Brothers.
Oh.
That was a good song too.
Oh, yes.
So anyways, send us yo shit, and we'll catch you on Thursday for Viewer's Choice. It'll probably just be a hodgepodge of ridiculousness, which is what we like to have anyway. Sign up for your chance to be on the show.
Hopefully it's, underground enough and obscure that, it's not owned by anyone and we don't get flagged.
It's all owned by everybody.
But, try not to do that. So.
Okay?
Thanks.
Bye.
Send us your shit.